Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just wanted to remind you guys of what the little nook that's in my laundry room looks like. So this is the area that I'm going to be building out. And if you notice along the floor, the baseboards are about 2 inches high. So that's where I was talking about creating feet. So what I did was I bought this piece, and you can see that it's squared out. And what I did is I cut 4 little feet out for myself. And if you see, you notice that it's not straight. So I have to sand this down and sand down the other side so it sits flush. So it's going to sit on the floor, and the first shelf is going to sit on top of this. And then I'll have a shelf at the bottom here. And then I need to find out where the studs are so that I can add the second shelf. I have 3 shelves all together. So what's going to happen is it's going to be a bottom shelf, it's middle shelf, and then there's going to be a top shelf where the top shelf I'll just be able to sit stuff on top of it. But then there's going to be, eventually there's going to be doors. So when I open the doors, I'll have a bottom shelf and a second shelf to sit stuff on the inside. And the reason I'm doing that is because if you look up there, you'll notice that I have my laundry soap, my fabric softener, Clorox scent boosters, and my OxyClean there. So I needed something down in the nook area where I could actually store the large bottles of cleaning products and they not be seen. So that's the whole point of this. And I did look for an actual cabinet that was already built out, but I couldn't find anything. It was either not wide enough or it was not deep enough. So like it would sit back too far, or there would be too much room. So anyway, I'm working on trying to get this area straightened out, and I still have to figure out what I want to do as far as up here, because there's so much wall that has to be accounted for. And so I'm not the best at decorating, but I really want to try to bring this room together so I can move on to something else. And here you see these are the shelves. These are the shelves that I'm going to be using, and I'm actually going to cover these. I have some beautiful marble contact paper that I'm going to use. And I also have the smaller dowels. You see how small that is? I have the smaller dowels, and this is what I'm going to run along the wall that the shelves will sit on. This is the sander that I wind up going with. It's much heavier than I thought it was. It's much bigger than I thought it was. But this is what we're working with. Also, because I have no idea what I'm going to do right now for the doors, I found these curtains, and I'm going to put these 2 pieces on the bottom to cover that area for right now. So when I'm ready to get started, I'll come back. Alright y'all, we back, and I just wanted to show y'all the sander that I got. It came with a bag, as you can see over there, some paperwork, 4 sheets of sandpaper. This little punch thing, like if you buy a sheet of sandpaper and you need to cut it out to fit the sander. And then I grab my glasses. I'm going to bring the sander a little closer. I had to watch a YouTube video to try to figure out how to install the sandpaper because it's not self-adhesive. So this is the dust catcher, and you have this little clip here that releases this side, and then you have this little clip here that releases this side. So when you release it, you tuck this piece under this side here and fold it, and then clamp it back down, and you do the same thing. You unclamp it, and you can, so you tuck the paper in between these little bars. Okay, so now that I've got the legs sanded down, and I did that off camera because I didn't know how long it was going to take, what I need to do is to mark where they're going to go. So we want them to go 1 inch, and I need to get my other measuring tape. Be right back. So we want them to go 1 inch up. And this is going to be the underside, so it's okay if I mark on it. So it's going to be 1 inch up, so that's going to be here, and then 1 inch over. So that's going to be here. So we want to put the corner of the foot on our mark. So this is 1 inch this way and 1 inch this way. And we want to just kind of mark where the foot is going to go. Now, to know where to put the hole, because we need to drill a hole through the wood and then through the foot, this is a 1 inch square dowel. That's a 1 inch square dowel. So center would be a 1/2 inch. So we already know we got that here. So we want to go a 1/2 inch over and a 1/2 inch up. So 1/2 inch over is going to be here, and a 1/2 inch up is going to be there. So this is where we're going to drill our hole. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark off the others, and then I'll be right back. Okay, this is the set of drill bits that I invested in for myself, and they come in a bunch of different sizes. And this this is my husband's drill. And I went ahead and put one of the bits in because I need to drill a hole in the legs, and I need to drill a starter hole into the wood. So let's put our safety glasses on. And let's do the legs first. We don't want to drill too deep. And I already marked it where it's supposed to go. Now, for all you handy people out there, do not come for me. This is my first time doing this. This is new to me, but I'm trying to be more independent with my project. And not ask my husband to do everything for me. And keep in mind, these are just supposed to be starter holes. They're not supposed to, it's just so that the screw can go in better. Okay, and so now we're going to pull out the okay, so we got the starter hole for that one. I mean the hole for that one. We're going to turn this around. And do the other part. Now we need to take the drill bit out, and we're going to put the other one in. Okay, and this is put the legs in. I may not be doing this the exact way that it should be done, but again, this is my first time working on a project like this. So y'all just have to bear with me. So now that we got the screw in, So first lesson, don't put the screw all the way through because it makes it harder to put the leg on. So next leg, okay, so now we're going to do the other side. It's working out, y'all. It's working out. I'm so excited. And I probably should have some gloves on because I don't want to get a splinter. But I don't have any gloves. I probably should have asked my husband if he has some. Uh-oh. Okay. So having the legs on the other side might actually make this a little easier. That's what I'm thinking. Might make it a little easier to put this side on. Fill it on the other side, and this is going to be covered with the contact paper I was telling you about. Okay, so we got the legs on, guys. We got the legs on. Yeah, so then the legs will sit above the, so let me take you into the washroom. I'm going to put this in first and then I'll bring you in so you can see. Okay, so here we go. We're in the washroom, and so now you can see how the feet allow the first shelf to sit above the baseboard. So I don't need to attach the shelf to the wall for any reason because the feet is actually going to keep that first shelf suspended. So before I actually do the installation of the second shelf, I'm going to put in the railing, which is these pieces, and they're going to be on the wall like this to hold the second shelf here. And then the same thing for the third shelf. And then we're going to talk about how we're going to close this off. So this will need to be covered in contact paper. So I'm going to install this piece all the way, these three right here. And I'm going to attach a piece across so it'll have support on all four places. But before I actually put the shelf in, I'm going to cover it with the contact paper. Okay, you guys, we got the shelves installed. My hubby helped me because, you know, I had trouble holding some pieces and all that kind of stuff. But there's a bracket that goes across the front, and the shelves do not fit flush to the wall. And instead of covering them with contact paper, I'm going to go ahead and paint them the same gray that everything else is painted, and just embellish them. So this is my first home improvement project. Painted the laundry room, and I'm trying to get finished so that I can move on to something else. Again, I need to figure out, because I kind of want it enclosed, but hubby said, you know, really doesn't need it. But so we'll see how that works, and I'll keep y'all posted on the plans. Okay, you guys, so I am back, and so now I took the shelves out and painted them. One coat of paint, and so to let them dry overnight. Tomorrow we're going to come back and put another coat of paint on them and put them back into the laundry room. Alright everybody, now that everything has a second coat, we're going to go ahead and let it dry overnight again, and then tomorrow when I come back I'll go ahead and do the installation. And truth be told, you guys, I am going to let this project be, because I have a curtain to put up until I can figure out what to do about the door situation. I may wind up just leaving it as is, because my husband pointed out something very important, and it was basically that it'll be hard to put doors on this and have them swing out because the dryer is right there. So we may not have enough room for drawers. I mean, have enough room for a door or a set of doors, and we may have to stick with the curtain. So if that's the case, then I found out that the rod that I'm using, I can't find I can't find the brackets that go with them to do the installation. So I may have to go to the store and get a different kind of bracket. A different kind of rod. So we'll see what happens. Okay, everybody, I got the wood pieces in, the wood shelves in, and you can probably tell that they are a little bowed, but I'm okay with that. I didn't want to flip them over because there's paper attached to the other side, where, you know, it was one big sheet. And even though you can see the wood strip underneath the first shelf and a little bit under the second shelf, it's okay, because remember, I'm going to be hanging the curtains, and so you won't see that. I went ahead and I painted the front and the little feet on the bottom. I didn't paint the feet on the back because you're not going to see them. So again, this is going to be for holding like overflow supplies and things like that. And then of course the top shelf will be for me to use, maybe to fold clothes, you know, if it's comfortable or whatever. I haven't tried it yet, but I think that in this room I am going to put everything on the shelf and just call it done. The last thing that I need to do in here is we're putting in laminated flooring all downstairs, and then I'm going to run it in here as well as the bathroom up here. So yeah, so that's going to do it for this project. The only other thing that I may do is to, like I was telling you, not really sure what to do about, y'all hold on while I get the camera. There we go. Not really sure what to do about all this space. So I think I'm just going to find some nice pictures and probably put, like, if I can find a set of pictures, or maybe one nice picture. And then I haven't decided if I'm going to hang the wash, dry, fold signs or not. I think I might leave them there. But once I do that, that's going to be it for this room. I do need to, I have the little pieces to hang my broom and a dustpan, and I'm gonna put that on this wall right here. It doesn't stick out too much because the door opens and I could still hang. The broom is flat, so I could hang the there. This is what my husband was talking about. Because of this door here, he didn't think putting actual doors on this because they wouldn't really be able to swing out like I wanted them to. So leaving the curtains, because that's the most logical thing to do unless I find a better solution. All right, y'all. So this is the laundry room, and I'll come back with the last minute, or not last minute, reveal after I get everything put up. Not already a member of the Fetch fam, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and download that app, scan my QR code, and get to scanning those receipts. You might as well take advantage of it. You're already spending the money. The receipts translates into points, the points translates into cash, and you can redeem that cash via store card or cash card, or you can donate to charity. Well, all right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, but you know we don't do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.